Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you an organizing project that I have just completed here in my home, and I'm going to show it to you because it's interesting the way that it kind of developed throughout the process. So I started out with a 3-drawer stackable organizer, one of those old Rubbermaid totes that I probably had in college, and I had been using it here in our home for about 3 or 4 years. And I had set it up before I had a home office, so some of the things in there were home office related, some of the things in there were tools. I had some random stuff in there that didn't belong. So I started out with the intent of just taking everything out of the organizer, decluttering, and then reorganizing and putting it back into that particular system. And as I went through, I realized that I didn't need that organizer anymore. I could put the home office things in my home office, I could put the tools somewhere else, and I could just eliminate that big bulky organizer that was sitting in my guest room and didn't really belong in there, and it just didn't work. So I was really excited that I was able to kind of take the project from just reorganizing things to a whole new system. So let's get into the footage and I'll show you where I started and where I ended. So here's the first drawer, and it's just a mess. It has mostly like cards and card making and gift wrap and stuff like that. Then the second drawer has household kind of stuff. These pads you put on the bottom of your chair to keep them from scratching the floor, and blind hardware, and a pump to air mattress that we don't have anymore. And then this down here has batteries and nails and screws and some basic hardware, or like, what are those called? Tools, basic tools. And the Baloo has decided that this is going to be a fun place to hang out. That's not going to work. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take everything out of the drawers and sort it because it's just such a mess. So I have 2 containers here. This Target box I'm going to use for trash, things I just got to get rid of. And then the laundry basket I'll use for things that need to go to another part of the house. Second drawer is empty. Most of it I threw away because it was just junk and things I didn't need anymore, like an old extension cord that's so old it might catch on fire. And then I was able to consolidate a lot of things that had fallen out of this one. This bag has some hardware that goes to our blinds that I don't know if we'll ever need, so I'm just going to keep it. And then I have this basket here that has random pieces of hardware that I don't know what it's for, so I'm just going to let my husband go through it and decide if he remembers what it was from. So that's pretty much all that was in that drawer that was worth keeping. Alright, I've got everything organized. I'm just going to go through all the bins and show you how I sorted them. And keep in mind, we don't have a garage or a tool shed or anything. We have a little utility room where we keep the lawnmower and some Christmas decorations and stuff like that. But this really is stuff that you would probably put in your garage, but that I have to keep in the house because we don't have one. So let me just show you what I've got. These 2 bins here are what I started with. These used to live, and they will continue to live, in my laundry room. So I'll just show you what I've got in these 2. This one is the electric screwdriver, and then everything that goes with it. All the little different pieces. I don't know anything about tools, but I thought it's a good idea to keep it all together in this little container so that the charger and all that is right there. So that's all that this bin is right here. It's just the screwdriver and all the little parts. This one is called Project Hardware because it's all the like extra pieces from doing home projects that I didn't do them. I don't know if we need them or not, but I'm just going to keep them because you never know. We go to move or something breaks and my husband says, hey, where's the extra piece from that such and such? And I'm like, I don't know, I think I threw it away. So it's all in there. This one's going to go on the top shelf and it's just going to stay closed. It's just got, you know, everything is in bags and it's all labeled what it's from for the most part. So that's just, I don't know. These 3 bins are the ones I'm really excited about. I grabbed these at the Dollar Tree. So they were $1, obviously, and they have dry erase labels built in. See, that's a dry erase marker that I wrote on all of those, and I tested it with a couple different kinds of markers, wiped it off, wrote it again, and it really works super well. Now, I don't know after these labels have been written on here for a few months how well it'll come off after that, but I mean, still, that's really cool for $1. So this one is pest control. We don't have trouble with any of these pests currently. They've all worked, but you know, it's all in here. We got a mouse trap, some ant killer, stuff like that. So that's all gonna live right there. And I'm giving myself room to grow. So there's plenty of room in there if I needed to make that hold something else as well. There's plenty of room. This one is for light bulbs. So obviously light bulbs in there. And then this one, I just put on here hammers, screwdrivers, and wall hanging stuff. This is the one that I will reach for the most, or if we're doing something around the house, this is the bin that we need the stuff in it most often, so we can just pull it down and take everything out of it that we need. So in here, I've got a level, hammer, and then I have like this little kit. I'll show you. This little kit that has everything in it that you need to hang something. A little tape measure, has another level, all kinds of nails, stuff like that. Ooh, I almost dropped that. All that kind of stuff is in here. So that is a really nice bin. So I can just pull that down. It's got the wrench. Anything we might need for just a random house project is in there. Alright, there they all are on the top shelf of my laundry room. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? And this is back in my home office. You've seen this shelf before. This is the one I just decluttered and donated some things that were on here. So that top drawer of the old organizing system that I showed you had like stationery and stuff like that in there. So this is everything from the top drawer I was able to fit in these two bins here. So this first bin has cards and some just seasonal decorating stuff for cards in there. And then this one has my craft supply, not very large because I'm not really a crafter, but it's just got some paint, scissors, hole punch, extra staples, and then my sponge brushes. So, and then some pipe cleaners. So that's all right there. And then the ribbon. This little bin has extra ribbon in it. That's all I had from the top drawer that was worth saving. So that's going to live right there, and that is a much better place for it.